This call is now being recorded.
Okay, there we go. We are
All
now
right.
recording. Welcome to Kidmissing Radio. This is Jody Ledkins, part 2. Her brother got a hold of me after hearing his mother on the show and wanted to give his perspective on the case. So, here's her brother, Paul Ledkins. Hi, Paul.
All right.
You said you were with her that night, correct?
Correct. Yes. It just started out as, an evening thing where her boyfriend and his sister, my sister Jody was dating my friend. I was dating his sister. So it was just like, I don't know. But anyway, we was all at Jody and my friend. Yeah, my Jody's friend and boyfriend's and my best friend house. And I think it was, I can't remember the street it was on, but it was down on, off by Armco Steel Bridge. And we was going to go out and run around, and me and my friend, and we didn't really want them going with us, so we told them they couldn't go. So they got in an argument. She left. And after she left, she was like, I don't know, 10 minutes away. She's got a friend, and her friend was a female, and her friend's mother, probably a couple hours went by, it was still daylight. They come down the street walking and wanted to talk to Jody's boyfriend. So he went out, they talked. Then Jody, her friend, and her friend's mom all left. Okay. Then we went out, run around, whatever, and the next morning I went home. And my mom said, have you seen Jody? And I said, no, she left last night. And she said, well, called her, couldn't get her right. I said, well, she's probably still at what's her name's house. So I get up and I walk back up the hill and call my friend. He comes, gets me, and we go over and see if she's there. But they tell us that she's not there and that they're going to call the police if we don't leave. And we know she's there, so we just like, yeah, okay. We figure she'll show up, and no big deal. She's mad. She don't want to talk to us. Well, like another day went by, and me and my friend, we'd split up, and I come back over to his house. Like 2 days, it was like 2 days went by, and I come back over to his house, and
this is the boyfriend.
Yes, and Jody's boyfriend. Well, and plus Jody was pregnant by him, and that I know for sure.
That was the rumor.
There wasn't a rumor; it was a fact. Okay, and so I come over 2 days later, come back over to his house, and he's in his bedroom with his ex-girlfriend, and who he's got a kid by. And they said, Jody just left. And I'm like, she just left? They said, yeah, she just left. And I'm like, what? So this is the last time I've ever heard of her, besides rumors, showing back up, And I know she was good all the way up till her and her friend and her friend's mom left that night. That's the last time I physically seen her. And I think what else. While we was in prison, someone spread some rumors about something in the Missouri River, and they went down. They pulled me and my best friend, and we was after like a couple of weeks after. It wasn't too far long. I don't remember exactly, but after Jody had come up missing, me and my friend went to prison, and I never got back out. I was locked up for 30 years straight, never got back out. So all these years passed, and he was in there.
What could you possibly do that got you 30 years? Not that it's any.
I didn't kill nobody, thank God. I did hurt somebody, and I did some real bad robberies in a little town called Ballard, Missouri, and we got caught, and they taught us a lesson, and
Yeah.
But,
Well, that's what my mother said. She said it had to be armed robbery or something if they didn't kill him.
yeah, it was armed robbery and first degree assault. Yes, it was.
Oh.
And I got 30 years for it, and my friend, which was my fall partner at that time, was with me. He got 15, and
Why did he get
it was
half the time you got?
I have no clue. Probably because I did the assault, and that they was really upset about it. And it was in Humansville, Missouri. There was a big article about it in the newspaper back in '85, something like that, '84. And but after that, I got back out, and we was in prison together, and we talked about, and he never showed no indications of ever doing anything to my sister. So I kind of believe him in a way, but I do know that he will beat up on girls real bad, and he has. I've seen him hurt people. Let's put it that way, and he will go beyond that, if he has to, to keep him from going to jail or whatever. He's not going to hold nothing back. He's the type of person that, you mess with him in your history pretty much. So, he's got a bad rep. So, but I don't know for sure.
Well, hopefully he grew up in jail like you did. But
yeah, but I don't know. People say that he could have done something, but that's hearsay. I was with him that night, and I've known him all my life, and he really liked my sister, but it don't take a lot to set somebody like him off. So
I actually think it's kind of funny that you were best friends and you were dating each other's sisters.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
When you think about it.
Yeah.
So she was pregnant, because I talked to your mother about that.
Yeah, she
That was
definitely.
something she worried about.
Yeah. And then there's like the accusations were.
Yeah.
That accusations. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I was just going to ask you where that bridge near where he and the girl lived, because they only lived walking distance from each other. What's underneath that bridge?
Nothing really. It's a big gated. It's called Armco Steel Bridge, and there's a big factory. It's called Armco Steel, and
so if somebody was tossed off of it, you'd find them.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
if
it was anything like that happened, somebody would find them. Yeah.
Well, I was just wondering, because it's between the two places. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying between the two places, those waters.
Yeah. And there's no, the only the wooded spots between where she come up missing and she walked home, which would have been a nice little walk. It would took her probably about a half hour because we took side streets because we walked plenty of times. All of us have. There's when you get to Cliff Drive, you got to walk down a real steep hill, and there's nothing there but woods, for like half a mile long on both sides. And
yeah, your mother said there were hills up and down.
Man, it'd be a scary little walk, and and back then they was having so much, it was bad. They had, serial killers going on and off the avenue and rapists and stuff. And it was bad back then. Really, really bad. And it's gotten worse, And,
yeah. Well, I grew up in a tiny village in a small farming town, so the city is not something I know, The bigger town that the village was in was a farming town. Literally went to visit one of my school teachers and had to stop and wait for the cows to cross from one field to the other.
Oh.
That gives you an idea where I grew up.
Yeah.
So it was a lot safer to walk, even though it was a pain in the neck because there were no darn streetlights. And I would imagine on that road you're talking about, there probably weren't any streetlights.
But I really believe people she left with, her friend and her friend's mom, they hid her out for so long, and then after that, I don't know what's really could have come over, what could have happened over, because I was locked up. But I believe they hid her out, because they was known multiple times of growing up, and I remember growing up at them hiding out, you know, because we all used to live in Independence, Missouri, in Sugar Creek area, and so did they, you know, and her mom and her, and they had a sister too, you know, they'd hide runaways out. You run away from home, that's, you know, one of the places you go, and they would hide you out, you know, there's like old bikers and stuff, and
I don't know
so
whether that's legal there, because every state is different on that, but harboring a runaway here in Massachusetts is against the law.
It is there too, I'm pretty sure, yes.
I don't know, like I said, in Missouri, but here in Massachusetts, that's a no-no.
Yeah. And the police and everybody, this is why nothing gets done. The police, you know, they'll ask a question. Have you heard anything about this? No. Okay. You know, and they go on. If they press someone, you know, because these are all people that do dumb stuff. They can get them for anything and tell them, say, look, we'll let you go. And they're gonna tell, majority of people, it's going to tell. You catch them doing something wrong, they're going to tell them something. You say, well, we know you know this about this. You better start talking. They're going to talk. You know, to
save their own hide.
Yeah. And that's all the police have got to do. You know, catch a couple of them people that's involved. And I guarantee you, if they just watch them long enough, they will do something wrong.
Do you believe your sister is alive?
That's what's got me puzzled, you know, because she had, I mean, my dad was a really abusive person. He beat my mom all the time and stuff like that. Really bad. Put her in the hospital several times, you know. Kicked her out in the cold and everything when it was snowing. But,
man.
I know, but no one, the way I was getting to is, other than that, if she ran away, it was because she probably, had done something like skipping school, thought she was going to get in trouble, or her friend talked her into it or something like that. There was no other reason for her to run away.
But she was older than her friend.
Huh?
She was older than her friend, though.
She might be. I'm not sure about that. I know they're about the same age.
Well, she was 14 and her friend was 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I thought they were about the same age. So I knew they went to school together.
Well, her friend was almost 13.
Yeah.
And she was almost 15. So they may have only been a year apart in school.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So I know that your mother got some creepy phone calls. I also know that there was a letter that didn't come from your sister. Did they ever try to compare anybody else in the case's handwriting to it?
Nope. They ain't never done nothing like that. They ain't done nothing. Nobody's done nothing.
It has to be so frustrating.
No. They've questioned a couple people and that's it.
Yeah, well, I gathered that your dad wasn't very nice from talking to your mom.
Yeah.
She made a point
before
when
he passed away.
Your sister.
Huh?
She made a point when she talked to your sister at the end of the show, and I'm sure you heard it.
Oh, yes.
That your father was gone. So they didn't get along either?
No. No. There at the end before he passed away, he tried to change, you know, but he done pretty much done quite a bit of bad things.
You know that.
But see, my mom, here's the thing though. This is what really crazy. My mom got remarried. She had another son, and which is living with her now. But then they got a divorce, and she went back to my dad, the one that went over my mom and my abusive dad, and stayed with him for years, and then moved back out. You know, he moved while he was here in Arkansas.
Right, that's where he was from.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, they got back together even after she got remarried. she got divorced from the person she got remarried, and then got back with my dad again. They never got married. They just lived together for years.
Was it better the second time around?
I guess I was locked up. I mean, they were separated. They both moved out after I got out. They was living in two different places.
When did you get out?
Like about 5, 6 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, I got out in 2009. But after doing all that time, there wasn't even such thing as a cell phone when I got locked up. And so I didn't know how to use a cell phone or nothing. And I kind of went crazy out here and went back. I didn't get in no more trouble. I just started doing dumb stuff, and they got tired of it. And they said, well, we gave you so many chances, you got to go back, you know. And so I went back, and I got back out, and I ain't went back since, and I ain't going to go back, you know. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm not on parole. I'm free. I'm able to do whatever I want. If I want to get up and go to Massachusetts today, I can get up from Massachusetts today. Don't have to ask permission. That feels good.
Well, that's good. So did you ever talk to, I know you were in jail and stuff, but you were dating his sister. Did you ever talk to her and see if maybe she had seen your sister at some point?
Yeah, well, I was just talking to her a few months ago, and her brother, Jody's boyfriend, went back to prison, and he was getting ready to get out. And so they didn't have no vehicle. They didn't have no way to go get her, go get him out of prison, nothing. And so I did, I thought I was doing something. I was sending him money while he was in prison because I never believed none of this. It's kind of still don't. I don't know though, you know, but I still don't. But this is why I can't get no more information because I went up and I had a brand new, real nice, Mountaineer vehicle, and it was like new, perfect shape, everything. And I said, you know what I'm gonna do? He called me from prison. He said, brother, I don't know way to get home. They're letting me out, and I don't know way to get home. I said, I'm gonna give you a car. He goes, are you serious? And I said, yeah. So I go up there a couple weeks before he gets out of prison, go to his sister's, and I said, here you go. I said, I need a way back though. And she goes, she had a motorcycle. She gives me this motorcycle. Well, I take the motorcycle, I ride it all the way home, and I give it to someone, and they didn't finish paying me, so I went to get it back, and they called the police. You know, I ain't worried about it, you know. I got a bill of sale, you know, and so police tells me the motorcycle's stolen. And I'm like, what? Yeah, they give me a stolen motorcycle. They never told me.
What?
You know? Yeah,
maybe she didn't know it was stolen. Maybe she didn't know it was stolen.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. See, they couldn't get me for stealing it, though, because it was stolen while I was in prison. She had it for several years, I guess, wherever it came from. But she
and you had a bill of sale. Actually,
from her,
yeah,
from her. That's it. Yeah, that was from her. Though.
Where a guy had a bill of sale, and he had been sold a stolen car.
So now we don't talk no more because of that, you know.
Yeah.
Because
I can
they're falling out about it. Yeah. But you know, so.
Yeah. I appreciate you doing this. I know your mom didn't.
No problem. I want to get something done. I want something.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
She'll get over it. I've done worse. But I'm doing something I know is good. I'm doing something I know is good. And for my little sister, you know, and I might be saving someone that's possibly getting accused of something that I don't believe they done at the same time, you know, because I know if they went to the right sources and started pressing the issue, that's where they're going to, I can't go do it. They're going to call the police on me, and with my record, I'm going to jail. You know, I could find my sister, whether she was alive or dead. I can guarantee you that if they turned me loose and let me do what I want, I would not hurt nobody, and I would find my sister within one way or the other within probably a week. That's all it would take me.
Oh, wow.
I go straight up in the neighborhood and I go get my friend that don't like me right now, but he would be more than happy to help in something like this, you know. That's all we ever talked about while we was in prison. But we can't do it because, you know, with our records, people gonna call the police, ain't nobody gonna believe us, you know. What are you doing? Pressing people, you know. And you're gonna have to press someone. You're gonna have to tell them, you know, like it is. You can't just, you know, they ain't gonna talk to a police officer, you know.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the juvenile department never told the police. So the police didn't find out for 2 years. So when your mother went in and brought the
they wanted to know why she didn't
stuff,
talk. Yeah,
they looked at her and said, "Why the hell are you coming in now? It's been 2 years." What?
The whole time she believed they already knew.
Yeah, that's why she said, I just looked up, what on earth are you talking about? I told them 2 years ago. It's like banging your head against the wall.
Yeah.
I've talked to a lot of families. I so appreciate this, and it was such a bonus when you called me. So I called you last night to let you know I was all set.
Yeah, and I took off my phone. I couldn't get back. Yeah, I couldn't get back. I was like, she finally got a hold of me, and she said, that girl called you. And I said, oh. I said, all right, tell her I promise I will call tomorrow.
Right, she told me that. I just want everyone to know, if you have any information and you don't want to talk directly with the police or you want to remain anonymous, just call my number, just like Paul did.
Yeah, or you can call her number
774
and get a hold of me.
1105. 774-482-1105. That's the Kidmissing radio line. Just call, leave a message. I'll pass it on to Mom or the police or whomever, and be anonymous. You know, be anonymous.
Yep. All righty. Thank you very much. And
thank you so much.
This.
I appreciate you doing this, and I will go upload it.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, and God bless everyone.
You too.
Good night.